Julian Wilmour is the official vet at today's World Cup qualifier. Julian, what qualifications do you require to become an EA FEI vet?
Well, the purpose of being a vet at these competitions is to have a good understanding of all the rules and regulations in competition. So there's the veterinary aspects of it, but there's also competition aspects that you've got to understand.
And what's your responsibility today in the trot up for the World Cup?
The horse inspection involves identification of the horses and a trot up of the horses, and basically to see that they're sound and fit to compete.
And so if a horse is a little maybe unlevel behind, maybe has a dropped hip or something like that, do you take that into consideration?
Well, they've all got to be healthy and sound, but some horses naturally can be a bit stiff. These horses are older horses. They've done a lot of campaigns, a lot of jumping, so you know, injuries happen, and rehabilitation sometimes is slow, but they must be sound and fit to compete, and we acknowledge there can be some stiffness and soreness amongst these horses.
And so where do we draw the line between maintenance and the doping issue? Because understandably athletes at the elite level all suffer some wear and tear.
Well, there are medication rules. Horses are allowed to have certain medications as the new implementation of the clean sport rules in the FEI, so we review all those things from time to time, but medication of horses is fairly strictly adhered to, and the riders are aware of that, so any horses that have improper medication are restricted from competing. And
which disciplines in the sport do you cover?
Well, I personally are involved in eventing, show jumping and the dressage. Those are the three main interests that I have.
And so is there a different way that you look at these different disciplines in the soundness and well-being of these horses?
Well, the inspections are all carried out in a similar manner. The disciplines vary a little bit naturally, but basic horse inspections are all the same. There may be differences in ages in some of the horses at some of the events, and for instance, the eventing horses have a more of a tougher endurance component, and sometimes the inspections that are throughout the event may be a little stricter and a little tougher, whereas the dressage horses may be marked down for some irregularities in gait that you wouldn't call unsoundnesses. So there is a little variation in all these horse inspections.
And the rules in these different disciplines, do you need to know the basic rules of the competition in these disciplines?
Yes, it's always important to understand the rules of competition and working closely with the ground jury. So you've got an understanding, for instance, in jumping, the type of course, the height of the fences, the compared to say the horses that may be in eventing or dressage that have completely different rules. So it is good, and then the riders often can identify that you've got an interest in what they're doing, and you're not just looking at things from a veterinary perspective.
All right, well, thank you very much, Julian. Thank you from Top Horse today at the Gatton World Cup.
Thank you very much.